Titanic switch theory. The Titanic switch theory proposes that the RMS Titanic was secretly replaced with its sister ship, the RMS Olympic, as part of an insurance fraud scheme. Advocates argue that the White Star Line intentionally sank the Olympic disguised as the Titanic to fraudulently obtain insurance money. However, this theory has been extensively debunked by experts and historians, primarily due to distinct features of the two ships and overwhelming evidence supporting the actual sinking of the Titanic. In this video, we'll discuss Titanic switch theory. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. 1. Distinct features of the Titanic and the Olympic. The Titanic and the Olympic were sister ships, but they had distinct features that made it highly improbable to switch them without detection. Both ships had unique design elements, such as the placement of portholes, the arrangement of funnels, and the location of key structural components. These features were well known among passengers, crew, and ship enthusiasts, making it highly unlikely that a switch of this magnitude could have gone unnoticed. The placement of portholes, for example, differed between the two ships. The Titanic had larger portholes with rounded corners, while the Olympic had smaller portholes with square corners. This difference would have been noticeable to anyone familiar with the ships and would have raised suspicions if a switch had occurred. 2. Substantial evidence of the Titanic sinking. The sinking of the Titanic on the night of April 14, 1912, is a well-documented and extensively researched historical event. The weight of evidence overwhelmingly supports the factual sinking of the Titanic as a result of colliding with iceberg. Numerous artifacts recovered from the wreck site provide tangible evidence of the Titanic sinking. These artifacts include personal belongings, ship components, and other items that were preserved in the cold depths of the Atlantic Ocean for decades. The recovery and examination of these artifacts have provided valuable insights into the ship's construction, layout, and the events leading up to its sinking. 3. Lack of concrete motive. While it is true that the White Star Line faced financial challenges during the early 20th century, proponents of the switch theory fail to provide solid evidence to support the claim that the company would resort to sinking a ship and endangering lives as a means of committing insurance fraud. The financial difficulties faced by the White Star Line were primarily due to a combination of factors, including economic downturns, increased competition, and rising operating costs. However, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that the company was on the brink of bankruptcy or faced such dire circumstances that they would resort to such extreme measures. 4. Sacrificing the Titanic's reputation. The switch theory lacks a compelling explanation for why the White Star Line, the company that owned both the Titanic and the Olympic, would choose to intentionally sink the Titanic rather than the Olympic. The Titanic was a brand new ship, renowned for its size, luxury, and technological advancements, while the Olympic had already been in service for some time. The Titanic was a significant investment for the White Star Line, representing the pinnacle of maritime engineering and luxury travel at the time. The company had heavily promoted the ship's features and amenities, attracting a wealthy and influential clientele. Deliberately sinking the Titanic would have meant sacrificing a vessel that was highly regarded and expected to be a profitable asset for the company. 5. Media coverage and public awareness. The switch theory, which proposes that the Titanic was substituted with the Olympic, fails to account for the substantial media coverage and public awareness surrounding the Titanic before its maiden voyage. In the months leading up to the Titanic's departure, the ship received significant attention from the media, generating widespread anticipation and public interest. The launch of the Titanic was a highly publicized event, with newspapers and publications covering its construction, design, and luxurious amenities. The ship's size, opulence, and advanced technology were subjects of fascination and discussion among journalists, maritime experts, and the general public. The anticipation surrounding the Titanic's maiden voyage was unprecedented, and it became a symbol of human achievement and progress. 6. Disregarding heroism and loss of life. Promoting the switch theory, which suggests that the Titanic sinking was part of an elaborate scheme, undermines the bravery, heroism, and sacrifice displayed by the crew members and passengers during the disaster. The Titanic's tragic fate resulted in the loss of over 1,500 lives, making it one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. The crew members aboard the Titanic exhibited immense courage and selflessness in their efforts to save as many lives as possible. They worked tirelessly to evacuate passengers, launched lifeboats under extreme circumstances, and provided assistance and comfort to those in need. Many crew members, knowing the imminent danger, put the safety of passengers above their own well-being, sacrificing their lives in the process. 7. Conspiracy theories and historical accuracy. Conspiracy theories tend to emerge in the aftermath of tragic events for various reasons. When faced with a catastrophe as significant as the sinking of the Titanic, people may find it difficult to comprehend the scale of the disaster or accept the official explanation. The mysterious nature of the event, coupled with the loss of many lives, can create fertile ground for speculation and alternative narratives. The switch theory, suggesting that the Titanic was secretly swapped with the Olympic, is an example of such a conspiracy theory. It gained traction due to its ability to provide an alternative explanation for the sinking, which some individuals found appealing. Conspiracy theories often appeal to our desire for hidden truths, grand conspiracies, and a sense of control over chaotic events. However, it is crucial to approach conspiracy theories with skepticism and critically evaluate the evidence presented. In the case of the Titanic switch theory, experts from various fields have undertaken extensive research, conducted thorough. 8. Expert debunking and research. Experts in various fields related to maritime history, naval architecture, and investigative research have dedicated significant time and resources to thoroughly examine the switch theory and its claims. These professionals have approached the subject with meticulous scrutiny and have evaluated a wide range of evidence to determine the accuracy of the theory. One of the crucial aspects of their examination is the analysis of ship blueprints and construction records. By carefully studying the original plans and specifications of the Titanic and the Olympic, these experts have been able to identify and document the distinct features of each ship. They have found no evidence to suggest that the two vessels were designed with the intention of being identical or easily interchangeable. Detailed comparisons of the blueprints have revealed differences in structural elements, layout, and other specific design details, further dispelling the notion of a switch between the two ships. 9. Evaluating evidence-based research. The sinking of the Titanic is one of the most well-known and extensively documented maritime disasters in history. Over the years, historians, researchers, and experts have conducted in-depth investigations, scrutinized a wide range of evidence, and analyzed countless accounts to establish an accurate understanding of the events that took place on that fateful night. Through this rigorous examination, a wealth of historical documentation has emerged, providing a comprehensive and reliable narrative of the Titanic sinking. The extensive research conducted on the Titanic sinking includes a thorough examination of primary sources, such as official records, blueprints, ship logs, and testimonies from survivors and crew members. These sources, along with the analysis of visible artifacts recovered from the wreckage, paint a consistent and compelling picture of the disaster. 10. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Titanic switch theory, proposing that the Titanic was replaced with the Olympic as part of an insurance fraud scheme, has been thoroughly debunked. The distinct features of the two ships, the overwhelming evidence supporting the actual sinking of the Titanic, and the lack of concrete motives render the theory highly improbable. It is essential to base our understanding on evidence-based research, rely on historical accuracy, and defer to experts in order to form a comprehensive understanding of this significant historical event. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.